She sat alone that night, replaying years of sins, the way she had dismissed her mother's tears, the friends who had stopped calling, the boyfriends who had left bruised, and her father's quiet endurance, always excusing, always forgiving, never demanding change. The next morning, Amanda went to her father. For once, she didn't defend herself. Amanda was born the only daughter of a successful businessman, Mr. Emeka, and his quiet wife, Mrs. Ifeoma. From childhood, Mr. Emeka adored her beyond measure. He called her his little princess, bought her whatever she wanted, defended her in every argument, and excused every misbehavior with a gentle smile and the words, "She's just spirited." Mrs. Ifeoma tried to correct her, but Mr. Emeka would wave it away. Let her be, she's still young. Amanda grew up believing she was special, not because of effort or kindness, but simply because she existed. Whenever anyone criticized her rudeness, laziness, or sharp tongue, she would cross her arms, lift her chin, and declare with absolute certainty, "Only my father truly understands me. Everyone else is just jealous or doesn't get me." At home, she snapped at the house helps, threw tantrums over small things, and ignored her mother's gentle pleas to be more considerate. "Mommy, you're always on my case," she'd say. "Dad knows I'm not a bad person." Mr. Emeka would sigh, pull her into a hug, and buy her something new to cheer her up. To Amanda, this proved she was right. She was lovable, misunderstood by the world, and only her father saw her true worth. In secondary school, her attitude became terrible. She quarreled with classmates over trivial matters, gossiped freely, and disrespected teachers whenever corrected. Friends drifted away, but she shrugged. "They're fake anyways. Only my dad truly understands me," she'd say. Boys who liked her initially were charmed by her confidence, but the relationships never lasted. Her first boyfriend, Chidi, a calm and patient boy, tried to talk to her about how her constant complaints and demands exhausted him. "You treat me like I'm supposed to worship you," he said one day. Amanda laughed it off. "If you can't handle me, that's your problem. My dad handles me just fine. He loves me no matter what." They broke up after she publicly humiliated him over a minor disagreement. Her second relationship with Kelechi ended faster. He was kind and tried to support her dreams, but Amanda belittled his efforts, compared him unfavorably to her father. "My dad will never make me feel this way," she'd say, and accused him of not understanding her depth. When he finally walked away, she told her friends, "See, men can't handle a real woman. Only my dad truly understands me." By her third boyfriend, Obina, Amanda was working a small job her father had secured for her through connections. Obina was serious about marriage and tried hard to build something real. But Amanda's habit persisted. She argued over everything, expected him to cater to her moods, and dismissed his feelings with the same line, "You're just like everyone else, judging me. My dad is the only one who truly understands me." One evening, after she insulted his family during an argument, Obina sat her down. "Amanda," he said quietly, "your dad doesn't understand you in the way you think. He tolerates you because you're his daughter, and he loves you unconditionally. That's parental love. It doesn't mean you're right or easy to love, or that the rest of us should accept being stepped on. Real love, romantic love, friendship, respect requires give and take. You've never learned that. The words hit her like cold water. For the first time, Amanda saw flashes of truth. Every quarrel, every breakup, every lost friendship, her father's endless patience wasn't proof she was inherently lovable. It was proof he loved her despite her flaws. Everyone else walked away because they could. They weren't bound by blood or duty. She sat alone that night, replaying years of sins, the way she had dismissed her mother's tears, the friends who had stopped calling, the boyfriends who had left bruised, and her father's quiet endurance, always excusing, always forgiving, never demanding change. The next morning, Amanda went to her father. For once, she didn't defend herself. "Dad," she said. Her voice was small. "I thought your love meant I was perfect. I hurt so many people because I believed no one else had to put up with me. I am sorry." Mr. Emeka's eyes filled with tears. "I should have taught you better, my daughter," he admitted. Love sometimes means saying no, letting consequences teach. And for that, I failed. Amanda began the slow work of change. She apologized to her mother, to old friends, even reached out to exes. No, not to win them back, but to own her part. She learned to listen, to consider others' feelings, to earn respect instead of demanding it. Years later, Amanda had become someone calmer, kinder, more self-aware. She no longer said those words. When people asked about her past, she smiled sadly and said, "I used to think only my dad understood me. Turns out he was just the only one who had no choice but to stay." Be wary of any woman or man who constantly repeats, "Only my dad truly understands me." It often signals someone who mistakes unconditional parental tolerance for universal lovability. Someone who has never had to face rejection or accountability in relationships. Such a mindset leaves a trail of broken connections because real love requires mutual respect, effort, and humility, not just blind acceptance. True understanding is earned, not inherited. And if anything about the story moved you, please do well to like and subscribe to my channel. Until next time.